Do you ever feel like something's missing in your life? Like no matter what you do, no matter how many goals you hit or accomplishments you rack up, you still feel empty. It's a frustrating and confusing feeling. You've probably told yourself, I should be happy, but I'm not. I've been there. Many of us have. It's a feeling that's hard to explain, but impossible to ignore. But here's the truth. This emptiness isn't a sign of failure. It's a signal from your soul that something isn't right. Something in your life needs to change. In this speech, we're going to uncover why you feel this way and, more importantly, what you can do about it. Today isn't just another motivational pep talk, it's a blueprint, a map to take you from feeling lost and hollow to discovering purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Stick with me, because once you understand the root causes of that emptiness, you'll know exactly how to fill that void and transform your life. Get ready to turn this feeling into your breakthrough moment. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right but still feel something is missing? It's like you've checked all the boxes, achieved your goals, worked hard, followed the rules, but something just isn't clicking. That feeling of emptiness isn't just something that happens by chance. It's the result of something deeper, something more profound. It's the emotional weight of feeling disconnected, incomplete, or unfulfilled despite external success. And what's worse, it manifests as self-doubt, confusion, and burnout. You may have told yourself it's just a phase, but if left unaddressed, that emptiness can linger for years. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who built a thriving business, gained recognition, and accumulated wealth. He had everything the world tells you you need to be happy, but when the excitement wore off, he still felt lost. Despite all his success, he felt hollow inside. His achievements didn't fill the emptiness. This story isn't rare. It's happening all around us. That's why it's crucial to understand that emptiness isn't just a void you can ignore, it's a signal. It's telling you that something in your life needs to shift. Something needs to change in order for you to move from a life of confusion to one of clarity, fulfillment, and purpose. Let's take a deeper look into why emptiness happens. You see, it often stems from the absence of purpose. It's not uncommon to live life chasing the wrong things. External validation, approval, success measured by society's standards like money, fame, or status. Chasing the wind. That's exactly what it feels like when you focus on the wrong things. No matter how fast you run, no matter how far you go, it's like trying to catch the wind. It always slips through your fingers. You've been taught to chase these things, but let me ask you this. How many of them have truly filled your heart with joy, meaning, or a sense of deep fulfillment? If you're stuck on the pursuit of things that don't resonate with your true self, you'll keep running in circles, feeling empty no matter how far you go. Now, it's important to recognize that there's a difference between temporary emptiness and long-term emptiness. A temporary feeling of emptiness might come from moments of loss or significant change. These moments of transition are tough, but they're just part of life. It's when you live in a state of disconnection from your true self that the emptiness becomes long-term. Think about it. What's the difference between feeling empty for a day versus feeling empty for years? The difference is purpose, and that's where your focus should be, finding and aligning yourself with what truly matters to you. If you don't know your why, then you're just floating. It's that simple. When you lack purpose, you have no direction, and that leads to a deep sense of emptiness. Imagine a car driving on a highway, but it has no destination. At some point, it runs out of gas. That's what happens when you go through life without a clear purpose or direction. You'll run out of energy, you'll feel lost, you won't know where you're heading, and the emptiness will continue to grow. So how do you find that purpose? It starts by connecting with what truly excites you, your passions, your values, the things that make you feel alive. It's not about doing what everyone else tells you to do. It's about tuning into your heart and asking, what do I really want out of life? And I mean truly, not what others expect from you, but what you feel deep inside. I know someone who spent years feeling aimless. She checked all the boxes. She had the job, the relationship, the house, but something was missing. She didn't feel fulfilled. It wasn't until she truly stopped and asked herself, what do I want for myself, that everything started to change. She found her purpose, and everything began to align. Have you ever felt like you've been running away from your past? Maybe you've buried painful emotions, fears, or old wounds so deep that you think you can just move on without addressing them. But that's not how it works. Ignoring your emotional wounds is like leaving it cut open without treatment. It festers, it grows, and before you know it, it's infecting everything in your life. It affects your relationships, your self-esteem, and your ability to move forward. That's why emotional healing is so important. You cannot fill the emptiness inside if you're holding on to past pain. It's time to face what you've been avoiding. It's time to heal. The good news is that healing is possible. Start by acknowledging the pain. Accept that it's part of your story, but it doesn't have to define you. If you've been avoiding past hurts, it's time to face them, whether through therapy, meditation, journaling, or just talking it out. Healing starts the moment you stop running from it. Your habits shape your life. They are the roots of the tree you're building. If those roots are unhealthy, the tree can't grow. If you want to fill your life with purpose and fulfillment, you need to start creating healthy, intentional habits. Let's be real. We all have unhealthy habits that keep us stuck. Whether it's procrastination, addiction, or isolation, these habits prevent us from stepping into our full potential. But here's the truth. You have the power to change your habits. It's not easy, but it is simple. Start small. Start with just one habit. Commit to it every day, and over time, that small change will snowball into something massive. Just like a tree grows one branch at a time, your life will start to grow in the direction you want it to go once you create new habits. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone if those relationships aren't aligned with your values. That's why building meaningful, nurturing relationships is so important. Real connections, the ones that fill you up and energize you, are essential for a fulfilling life. If the people in your life are draining your energy or pulling you away from who you truly are, it's time to reassess. Your relationship should uplift you, challenge you, and support you in your growth. Think about it. Are the people around you truly building you up, or are they keeping you stuck? It's time to evaluate your relationships and invest in the ones that truly matter. Your mindset can either trap you in emptiness or free you to create fulfillment. You have a choice. If you see emptiness as something to be feared or avoided, it will control you. But if you see it as a blank canvas, it becomes your opportunity to create. What you do next is entirely up to you. The key to turning emptiness into a source of strength is to challenge the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. These beliefs are like walls keeping you trapped, but you have the power to tear them down. What's one belief that's holding you back from filling your life with purpose? Is it fear, doubt, lack of confidence? It's time to challenge those beliefs and shift your mindset. What would you do if money wasn't an issue, if fear didn't exist? That's the question you need to ask yourself when rediscovering your purpose. To truly find your purpose, reflect on your passions, the things that bring you joy, and the moments in your life when you felt the most alive. Your purpose is often hidden in the things that make you feel connected to the world around you. But here's the thing, finding your purpose isn't a one-time event, it's a journey. And the more you reflect, the clearer it becomes. You cannot move forward if you're holding on to the past. Letting go isn't easy, but it's necessary. The past is like a heavy backpack. When you're carrying it, you can't run as fast, as far, or as freely as you could if you let it go. Letting go of the past is about forgiving yourself, releasing grudges, and accepting that your story doesn't end where the hurt began. Your past has shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you. It's time to create space for something new. Let go of what's holding you back and make room for what's ahead. A life without a vision is a life of uncertainty and emptiness. That's why setting clear, actionable goals that align with your values and purpose is essential. Without a vision, you're just drifting. But with a vision, you have direction. You have purpose. Ask yourself, what's your vision for your life in 5 years? What kind of person do you want to? Have you ever felt like something is missing in your life, no matter how much you achieve? You've hit milestones, you've reached your goals, but still that feeling of emptiness lingers. It's like you've got everything the world says should bring happiness, yet you find yourself exhausted, confused, and disconnected. That's the hidden weight of emptiness. It's not something you can see, but it's there, weighing on you every single day. Imagine walking through life with a backpack filled with bricks that you can't take off. No matter how fast you walk or how far you go, that weight stays with you, pulling you down. It's the feeling that no matter how much you try, something's just off. Maybe you've been there. Maybe you're there right now. The external world can't fill that space inside. That emptiness isn't a sign of failure. It's a signal that you're missing something important, something that can't be found in external achievements or validation. It's a deeper need calling out for attention. Now, why do you feel empty? If you're chasing success, accolades, and external validation, you might think that's the key to feeling whole. But let me tell you something. External success can never fill an internal void. You chase after these things thinking they'll bring satisfaction. But when you finally get them, you find yourself wondering, is this it? The truth is, you're chasing the wrong things. The emptiness you feel comes from neglecting your internal needs, the things that truly matter. We live in a world where more is always expected, but more doesn't lead to fulfillment. It leads to burnout and deeper emptiness. Here's something you need to understand. Emptiness is not about having nothing. It's not a lack of material things or external success. It's a lack of what truly matters to you. It's a gap between who you are and who you could be. Feeling empty is not a sign of weakness. It's a wake-up call, a message from your inner self urging you to look deeper. Don't see this emptiness as a failure. It's not a judgment. It's an invitation to shift your focus and find what you've been neglecting, the things that will actually bring you real fulfillment. Have you ever woken up feeling like something is missing in your life? but you can't quite put your finger on what it is. You go through your day checking off all the boxes, but something still doesn't feel right. The truth is, this feeling of emptiness is a deep-rooted issue, one that too many of us ignore or try to push aside. But here's the thing, it's not just going to disappear. In this speech, we're going to dig into the root causes of emptiness and explore how you can begin to fill that void once and for all. We're going to break down the emotional and mental blocks that keep you stuck and show you how to build a life filled with purpose, healing, and genuine connection. This isn't just talk, this is about real action and real change. So stick with me, because what you hear today could be the turning point you need to start filling that emptiness with something that truly matters. Without purpose, life is like a ship without a sail. You're drifting through the day waiting for something to change, but nothing ever does. You're alive, but not truly living. How many of you have woken up and felt like you were simply going through the motions? You get up, go to work, check off your tasks, but inside there's this nagging feeling that you're just wandering aimlessly, waiting for a direction. You keep asking yourself, what am I even doing? Many people who feel lost have been there. They chase after things like success, money, or fame, thinking they'll bring meaning. But without purpose, none of it feels fulfilling. They still wake up feeling empty. Let me ask you, what's your purpose? It's easy to get lost in the noise of the world, but you need to find your center. It's time to stop wandering and start discovering what really drives you. And if you're not sure yet, that's okay. This is where your journey begins. The key is to explore, reflect, and take the first step toward understanding your true purpose. Your life will take on new meaning when you do. Think about it, carrying emotional baggage is like trying to run a marathon while holding a suitcase filled with rocks. Every step you take, you feel the weight. You can't move forward with ease, and it drains your energy. The emotional pain you've been holding on to doesn't just disappear. It sticks with you, affecting your present, coloring your relationships, and impacting your decision-making. The hurt from your past is festering, creating a void in your life that feels impossible to fill. Maybe it's a betrayal, a failure, or even something you didn't have control over. Whatever it is, that pain is affecting you more than you realize. Healing is not a luxury, it's necessary. Until you let go of that baggage, it will keep you stuck. It's not about forgetting the past, it's about releasing its grip on your present and future. Let me ask you, what emotional baggage are you still carrying? Are you ready to let it go? To truly move forward, you must heal. And that starts by choosing to face that pain head on, allowing yourself the freedom to let go and create space for new growth. Your habits are like roots. If they're unhealthy, your growth is stunted. The habits you form are the foundation of your life. And when those habits are rooted in procrastination, negativity, or distractions, they keep you in a cycle of emptiness. You're stuck in a pattern of quick fixes. Maybe it's binge watching TV, scrolling through social media, or indulging in unhealthy habits. These might give you momentary relief, but they never fill the void. They only numb you from dealing with the real issues. Imagine what happens when you shift those habits. What if, instead of scrolling through social media for hours, you took that time to set a small goal for the day? Or if, instead of staying up late to watch TV, you spent time practicing gratitude? Small positive habits can have a huge impact on how you feel day in and day out. So I'll ask you, what habits are you holding on to that are feeding your emptiness? And what new habits could help you break free from the cycle and start feeling a sense of fulfillment? The power is in your hands to change your daily routine. Every small positive change leads to bigger, lasting changes. Start today. In today's world, we're more connected than ever, yet so many of us feel isolated. We're surrounded by people, but we still feel alone. Why is that? Because connection isn't just about having friends on social media or being in the same room with others. It's about having real, authentic relationships. People who truly see you, hear you, and understand you. Without that kind of connection, that emptiness inside you only grows. You might be surrounded by people, but if none of those people are genuinely lifting you up, you'll continue to feel disconnected. You need a tribe, a group of people who support your growth and bring out the best in you. Real connection doesn't just happen online or in passing conversations. It's built through shared experiences, trust, and vulnerability. When was the last time you felt truly seen and heard? I want you to reflect on that. Are you investing in the kind of relationships that nurture your soul? If not, it's time to start. Seek out those authentic connections and let those relationships be a source of strength and fulfillment. You don't have to do this alone. It's time to build your support system and surround yourself with the right people who will help you grow. Have you ever felt that nagging emptiness inside? A space that nothing seems to fill. You go through the motions, waking up, working, sleeping, but something still feels off. You can't put your finger on it, but it's there, just beneath the surface, like a constant undercurrent in your life. This isn't just something that happens by chance, it's a sign that something needs to shift. That emptiness is the space where change is waiting to happen. You've been given an opportunity for growth, for transformation, for purpose, but you need to take action. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to break free from that emptiness. We'll dive into the practical steps, the mindset shifts, and the habits that will lead you to a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. The transformation you're seeking starts here, today. Stick with me, and together we'll break the cycle and build something real. Your mindset is the key to turning emptiness into purpose. What you believe about yourself, your circumstances, and your potential shapes your entire life. Emptiness doesn't have to be permanent. It's simply a signal, a sign that growth is waiting just on the other side. It's like when a seed is planted in the ground. The seed doesn't stay in the soil forever. It must break through the surface to grow. That's what's happening to you right now. The emptiness you feel is the space where your true potential is about to break through. Growth always happens outside of your comfort zone. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. So instead of avoiding the discomfort that comes with change, embrace it. You have to stop playing the victim and take charge of your life. The first step to transforming emptiness into purpose is adopting a growth mindset. Understand that challenges and setbacks aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities to learn. So let me ask you, what would happen if you changed your mindset? What's holding you back from embracing change? It's all up to you. You have the power to reshape your life by the way you think. Purpose isn't something you find overnight. It's not a quick fix or something handed to you on a silver platter. Purpose takes time, and it requires you to dig deep. But once you find it, it will be the thing that drives you every day. So start looking inward. Ask yourself what excites you, what makes you feel alive, what is it that lights you up inside. Too many people spend their lives chasing after things that don't matter to them, thinking they will lead to happiness. But fulfillment doesn't come from external achievements. It comes from living in alignment with your values and passions. The people who have found their purpose often didn't know what it was until they were deep into their journey. They spent years feeling lost, unsure of what they were meant to do, but they kept searching, and eventually they stumbled upon their purpose. And now they wake up every morning with a sense of excitement and clarity. Let me ask you, if time and money were no object, what would you do? What would make you excited to get out of bed every day? That's the direction you need to head in. Purpose is found when you start looking for it within yourself. Imagine your emotional wounds as cracks in a mirror. They're painful, but they don't have to define you. You can heal them and turn those cracks into something beautiful. Emotional wounds don't just disappear on their own. They need attention. When you bury your emotions or ignore your pain, it festers and builds a wall between you and the life you want. But when you face those wounds, you break down that wall. Healing starts with emotional awareness. You have to understand your feelings, face them, and work through them. Avoiding pain will only keep you stuck in a cycle of emptiness. But if you take the time to heal, to forgive yourself, and to process what's holding you back, you'll free yourself to move forward. Journaling, therapy, meditation, these are all powerful tools to help you heal. And here's the thing, you have to forgive yourself. You're not perfect, no one is, but you are worthy of healing and moving on. So I ask you, what emotional wound are you avoiding? What's stopping you from letting go and healing? It's time to face that pain head on and reclaim your life. Your habits dictate your life. If you want change, change what you do every single day. Your actions shape your reality, and the way you spend your time determines where you end up. Every decision you make, no matter how small, has a ripple effect. So if you want to fill that emptiness, you need to start creating habits that push you toward growth. Start small, but be consistent. The key to change is daily action. Creating positive, intentional routines is like planting seeds in a garden. Every small habit you build is like watering a plant. It adds up over time and eventually blossoms into something beautiful. One small change, like waking up earlier to set goals for the day or writing down 3 things you're grateful for, can make a world of difference. These habits fill your days with purpose, energy, and growth. When you change your routine, you change your life. What small habit can you start today that will lead to big changes tomorrow? Take that first step. The small actions you take today will set the foundation for the life you want. Relationships are like plants. If you don't water them, they die. The people you surround yourself with play a massive role in your growth. If you want to fill the emptiness inside, you need to invest in the right relationships. Relationships should be a two-way street, and it's crucial that you surround yourself with like-minded people who are also committed to growing and becoming the best versions of themselves. These are the people who will lift you up, challenge you, and help you grow. But it's not just about having people around you, it's about having the right people. Are the people you spend the most time with helping you grow or keeping you stagnant? Think about it, the people you spend time with shape your mindset, your energy, and your path. If you want to change your life, you need to invest in relationships that align with your vision and values. If the people around you aren't supportive or aren't pushing you toward greatness, it's time to reevaluate. Build a community that nurtures your growth, and you'll begin to fill that emptiness with the support and connection you need to thrive. Have you ever started something only to feel like you're stuck, spinning your wheels, unsure of how to get to where you want to be? You might have a dream, a goal, or a vision, but the journey feels overwhelming, like you're standing still. What if I told you that you don't need to make a massive leap right now? What if your next step could be as simple as taking a tiny action every day? Imagine what would happen if you stopped waiting for the perfect moment and just started moving forward, one small step at a time. That's exactly what I'm going to show you today. In this speech, we're going to break down how small daily wins can lead to big, lasting change. You don't need to have it all figured out today. You just need to take action. And I promise you, once you start, you'll begin to see the momentum building. You'll be unstoppable. Let's dive into how you can start taking action, overcoming fear, and rising stronger no matter what setbacks come your way. Progress is built one small step at a time. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture and feel overwhelmed by everything you think you need to do. But here's the truth. Success doesn't happen in one big leap. It's the small, consistent actions that build momentum over time. Every tiny win you achieve adds up. Think about it, if you made one small improvement each day, by the end of a year, you'd have made 365 improvements. That's 365 wins. And those wins don't just stay small, they build on each other, creating a powerful force of progress. The key here is consistency. Maybe it's as simple as reading for 10 minutes a day, getting up 10 minutes earlier, or taking a walk every afternoon. These actions may seem insignificant at first, but over time they create massive results, so don't underestimate the power of small victories. Each one is propelling you forward, even if you can't see it right away. What is one small action you can take today that will help shift your mindset and build momentum? Start now and let those tiny wins lead you to bigger success. Fear is like a shadow. It looms large until you step into the light. We all experience fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But here's something important to realize. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is a sign of progress. It's your mind and body telling you that you're about to do something big, something that takes you outside of your comfort zone. And that's exactly where the magic happens. When you push through fear, you break through to new levels of growth and achievement. Fear is not something to run from, it's something to move through. Techniques like affirmations, visualization, and taking action despite uncertainty are powerful tools to help you face fear head on. When you acknowledge fear and do it anyway, you're not only moving past it, but you're also proving to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. What's one fear that's holding you back, and how can you take action to move past it today? Step into that fear, break through it. On the other side, you'll find the growth you've been waiting for. When you fall, you don't stay down, you rise stronger. Let's face it, setbacks are part of the journey. No one, not a single successful person, has had a smooth path from start to finish. Life will challenge you. You'll face rejection, disappointment, and obstacles you never saw coming. But here's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. It's how they respond to setbacks. Setbacks are not the end, they're part of the process. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and come back stronger. When you fall, don't stay down. Rise with more power, more focus, and more determination than before. The key is to stay committed to your vision. No matter how many times life tries to knock you down, the road to success is not a straight line, it's full of twists and turns. What keeps you moving forward is your ability to embrace setbacks as learning opportunities. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Will you allow setbacks to define you, or will you use them to evolve and push forward even stronger? The choice is yours. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself what success truly means? So often we get caught up in chasing things, titles, money, possessions, believing that those are the keys to happiness. But what if those things aren't the answer? What if fulfillment, real satisfaction, comes from something much deeper, something that starts from within? Too many of us spend our lives living for someone else's idea of success. It's time to break free from that. It's time to redefine what success means to you and start living with intention. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to create a life that's aligned with your deepest values, one that leads to lasting fulfillment. I'll guide you on how to stop measuring your worth by external standards and begin the journey of fulfilling your true purpose. By the end of this, you'll understand that real success isn't about wealth, fame, or approval. It's about living authentically and giving back to others. Let's get started. What does success truly mean to you? So many people spend their entire lives chasing what society tells them they should want: money, status, the perfect life. But let me ask you something. Is that really what makes you happy? Is success really about having a big house, flashy cars, and a fancy title? Or is it about something deeper? Success isn't defined by wealth, fame, or other people's expectations. True fulfillment comes from connecting with your inner values, your purpose. When you begin to define success based on what matters to you, everything changes. You stop chasing empty goals and start living a life that feels meaningful. And when you live in alignment with your purpose, your life becomes richer, more purposeful, and more satisfying. Are you living for others' expectations, or have you defined your success based on your own values? The only way to find true fulfillment is to take a step back, reevaluate, and redefine what success looks like on your terms. Live your life with intention, or you'll live it by default. Too many people go through life on autopilot, drifting from day to day without a clear direction or sense of purpose. The truth is, when you're not intentional about your actions, you allow life to happen to you instead of taking control of your own destiny. Living with intention means making conscious choices, being mindful of your values, and setting goals that align with your true purpose. It means waking up every day with clarity and focus. When you set goals that align with your core values, you create a roadmap for fulfillment. Instead of simply reacting to life, you start to live it with purpose. When you live intentionally, your actions become powerful. They lead to lasting change, to progress, and to the fulfillment you've been searching for. What long-term goals do you have that are aligned with your true purpose? Start setting those goals today. Let them guide you and shape the life you want. When you give, you fill your cup by filling others. One of the most powerful ways to find meaning in life is through service. Helping others, whether it's through acts of kindness, mentorship, or community involvement, creates a profound sense of fulfillment. When you give, you don't just impact the lives of others, you also impact your own life. The more you give, the more connected and fulfilled you feel. It's not about what you take from the world, it's about what you give back. The act of giving doesn't just enrich others, it deepens your own sense of purpose and satisfaction. It reminds you that life is about making a positive impact, not just accumulating things. There is power in helping others, and that power will fill your cup time and time again. When was the last time you gave something, whether your time, knowledge, or support, to someone else? How did it make you feel? Giving isn't just a transaction, it's an exchange that makes both the giver and the receiver richer. Start giving more and watch how it transforms your life from the inside out. Have you ever felt that deep, unsettling emptiness inside of you? The kind that whispers, something's missing, but I'm not sure what. It's that feeling that something isn't quite right, but you don't know where to start. You've tried to fill the gap with distractions, with temporary solutions, but nothing seems to stick. What if I told you that emptiness doesn't mean you've reached a dead end? What if I told you that feeling, as uncomfortable as it is actually the first sign of something powerful? It's a signal for change, a signal that you are standing at the edge of transformation. Today I'm going to show you how to turn that emptiness into an opportunity to find purpose, heal emotional wounds, and start living a life of fulfillment. This isn't just about getting motivated, this is about taking real, actionable steps to create lasting change in your life. It's a powerful signal that something in your life needs to shift. We often see feelings of emptiness as failure, as if we've reached a point of no return. But here's the truth. It's not the end, it's the beginning. It's your inner self sending a message saying something needs to change. It's your opportunity to reassess, to reevaluate, and to transform. This feeling of void is not your destination. It's the starting point for your transformation. You are not stuck in a hole. You are standing at the edge of a new beginning. The emptiness is the space where growth can happen. Don't fear it, embrace it as the catalyst for your next chapter. Instead of viewing emptiness as failure, see it as an invitation to grow, heal, and rediscover your purpose. The right mindset is the key to unlocking lasting change. It all begins with shifting your mindset. When you shift from feeling trapped to seeing opportunities, everything changes. You begin to see that challenges are just stepping stones, not barriers. This shift is the first step toward freedom. Discovering your purpose doesn't just give you direction, it fills your life with meaning and energy. Purpose is the fuel that drives you forward. It transforms the mundane into the extraordinary and brings clarity to your actions. But here's the thing, your journey to fulfillment is not just about finding your purpose, it's about healing emotional wounds that weigh you down. Unhealed wounds trap you in the past, keeping you from moving forward. But when you acknowledge them and let go of the pain, you free yourself to move toward your future. When you combine the right mindset, a clear sense of purpose, and emotional healing, you build the foundation for a fulfilling life. You have the power to fill the emptiness within you with purpose, growth, and fulfillment. The real question is, are you ready to take that first step? Don't wait for the perfect moment. The time for change is now. It starts with one action, one decision. Whether it's defining your purpose, healing a wound, or creating a new habit, take action today. You don't need to have it all figured out. What matters is that you start. This is more than inspiration. It's an invitation to transform your life, starting with a single action today. What are you waiting for? Your new beginning is just one step away.